AskReddit by Yan Tianteth 300-400 years ago, pirates were a terrifying force to be reckoned with. Now they're family-friendly figures of fun. What will be their modern-day equivalent a few centuries from now? It's already true of Prohibition-era gangsters. Ha ha ha. And if anyone asks you, tell them it was Golden Joe and the Suggins gang. Next on ABC Sports, it's the Tennessee Terrorists vs the Indianapolis Insurgents. The winner will go through to the final, where they will play the New York Jets. The Mafia. The Mafia already are portrayed that way at times. Look at Fat Tony in The Simpsons. Still pirates. With a splash of early 20th century American gangsters. Deleted. Already started that way, but gangsters. And pimps. Bloods and Crips type gangbangers, motorbike gangs. Hell, in 500 years the memory of people like the Nazis, Bolsheviks, and Al-Qaeda will be such distant memories people might like them. People dress up as Vikings for Halloween. Attila Th Hun was a good guy in Night at the Museum. I now really hope we figure out either consciousness transfer or heads in a jar before I die, if for no other reason than to see the 500-year reboot of Night at the Museum with Osama bin Laden as comic relief hero of show. Terrifying space pirates. Edit. I don't think I've gotten a single one of these references. Nah, Samus Aran has us covered. Ooh. Who lives in Dahood and hustles to G's? Crack Rock Push Air. 2003, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. 2203, Terrorists of the USA, The Curse of JetBlue Airlines. 2011, Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides. 2211, Terrorists of the USA, On Stranger Airlines. Pirates are still scary as fudge tbqh. They just look a lot different. Somalians on rubber boats with AK-47s and RPGs rather than Blackbeard. Hey, you see that door over there, the one marked pirate? You think an actual pirate lives there? I see a door marked private. Is that the door you're referring to? What did I say? You said pirate. Are you sure? I remember seeing a restaurant kids menu with a pirate theme that said, "Remember kids, a good pirate never takes something that doesn't belong to them." So to them a pirate is just a freelance sailor or something? Deleted. I just love that in 300 years time there's going to be kids running around yelling hack the planet. ISIS. Just imagine the irony of Western kids playing with ISIS figurines. Edit. Wow, thank you all for the upvotes and the award. I really enjoyed reading all your comments. Terrorists of the Levant is a swashbuckling good time for the whole family. Murderers and serial killers, they'll just be like, oh, we can just use the reviver, they're fine. Remember kids, a real murderer never kills. A real pirate never takes another person's property. Deleted. I would say Putin, but he'll probably still be running Russia. Robo Putin. Considering we've been through the same thing with assassins, like the Hashishian, poachers, like Robin Hood, Old West outlaws, mobsters, hackers, graffiti artists and parka hooligans, I'm betting. People who sneak dogs into petless apartments. Worse, people who don't pick up their dog's poo. Deleted. This still occurs very commonly. Research ships, I'm familiar with that drill the ocean floor for soil samples, are outfitted with gun turrets and will not set out on any job without having private armed security, often ex-military, to protect the crew. There have been a few close calls even in recent years. Most of these jobs I have personal knowledge of, requiring security, like this was off the coast of South Africa, Mozambique and the Black Sea. Japan and its army of mobile suits, like the prototype they have already made to flip every country off. My mom never understood the appeal of pirates. She wouldn't intervene to prevent me from enjoying them, but she would remark, "They're criminals. They're terrible people." Deleted. Drug dealers, obviously. Cryptocurrency theft but still wearing an eye patch. ISIS of the Caribbean. Mommy, I want to be a drone for Halloween. If anything, military drones will be even more widespread and prevalent in the future. They are just in their infancy right now. There are already a bunch of Nazi games. Secret Hitler comes to mind. Worst Secret Santa theme ever. In 400 years cancer will be so cured that ever being seriously ill with it will be forgotten too. Then it'll be inaccurately represented in historical stories whenever an illness is needed. A. Are you coming out tonight? B. No sorry, I've got cancer. A. Okay. Well, catch you tomorrow. B. Lol, okay. I got the results of the test back. I definitely have breast cancer. Don't worry, Mom. They're curing people all the time. See you tomorrow. Terrorists. Oh, well, look at little Jimmy. He looks so cute in his Bin Laden costume. Clowns. In a couple of centuries we'll have lost our fear of them and they'll be seen as something light-hearted and slightly wacky with their impractical footwear and whatnot. I don't think we should take that risk. See a clown, punch a clown and then push it down a storm drain. ICE and immigrants. Instead of cowboys and Indians. Coal miners, industrial food processors, and any other one of micro's dirty jobs that we will have moved past as a society, either through automation or from transitioning away from those types of fuels and foods. I work in manufacturing and automation is replacing more people than ever. There is a lady who has spent the last 50 years punching serial numbers with a manual press. When she retires we are replacing her position with a machine. Those sweet paying factory gigs are a thing of the past. Exporting jobs to other countries will be in the past in the next few decades, I believe. Amazon warehouse workers. Hear me out. When robots have finally replaced them they will get romanticized. Placets much like a cooking kitchen or a play store with miniature packages to stack, label and pack. Yaha fiddle dee dee. Being Al-Qaeda is alright to be. Topple the buildings of democracy. You are Al-Qaeda. Gang members, for example Italian mob, MS-13, Mexican mafia etc. We're already there with the Italian-American mafia. They haven't really existed, they still do obviously, the way they were in the 70s and early 80s. Hell's Angels. Bin Laden and Hitler will be Halloween costumes in 50 years. In girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl can dress like a total slut, and no other girls can say anything about it. Gretchen opens the door to Karen, who is dressed in lingerie. What are you supposed to be? Karen points to her drawn-on mustache. I'm a Hitler. Jihadists. I mean, nowadays we shoot him in the head, which I suppose is roughly analogous to hanging pirates. Pirates are romanticized now, so I suppose a whole other bunch of moderately organized, murderous rapists and thieves would be equally romanticized. Wow, jihadists and pirates are more closely related than I first realized. Considering we have a series of movies inspired by a famous Disney ride, I'd say pirates are pretty romanticized by now. Thankfully most people glorify the drinking and fashion aspects, rather than the murder, rape, and theft. Maybe modern day privateers? Or even modern pirates? Imagine a US carrier group going rouge and capturing cargo ships for their own profits. I bet their pirate lair would be wild. I see Islamic terrorists get romanticized the way the Knights Templar are today. They have huge beards, conviction, and cool names. Easy to make them look cool if you disregard all the bad stuff and weird things they believe in. So the Viking treatment?